Alright guys, welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time here. I'm Vision here with Blind Entertainment, bringing you guys another video. Today I'm going to be doing my review of The Walking Dead Episode 11, Dead or Alive, or now if The Walking Dead is something you're interested in, something you want to know my thoughts on, hit the subscribe button down below and hit the bell icon. That way you won't be able to miss any future videos or reviews of The Walking Dead moving forward. Now let's begin. So I want to talk about each kind of character and their story separately. So let's start off with Daryl leading the Alexandrians to the Hilltop, because I did like that story. I thought it was really good, well done. I like how they had Daryl stepping up and wanting to get these people there, kind of to one, protect Judith, and then to honor like Carl's last request, kind of by saving the rest of the people like he did. Only Daryl had to take it the rest of the way and get them all to Hilltop. I really like that. I liked how we got Dwight helping them out, getting them to the swamp. I like also how you have them going into the swamp and clearing out the walkers. Again, though, Tara is just dragging me down this season. I think they dragged her character out enough, and at this point, I'm done with her. I think if they don't kill her off this season, she'll never die at this point. And it's really frustrating me. And I don't like to talk about this because I feel like a lot of people think this is me being political or me like being homophobic, but I'm not. But I think one of the reasons they don't kill Tara off is because they're afraid to kill off an LGBT character. And I'm sorry if you think differently, but I think that's one of the biggest reasons we still have Tara, because she, other than Oceanside, which now with Aaron and Enid there, we don't really need her. I mean, Heath, sure, but no one even cares about Heath. He's never been mentioned. And it just drives me nuts. Like, her every 5 minutes when they kill Dwight, it annoys me so much. I don't know. We have Daryl hating Dwight. We don't need Tara hating Dwight too, and it just frustrates me. Although I did like that scene where him and Tara go out to dispatch the walkers. I mean, again, it just feels so ridiculous. Like, this guy's proven himself time and time again. He got shot for you, and he's helping you this much, and she has a gun to him, wanting to shoot him while he's killing these walkers. It's so ridiculous. And then it's like he's offered up so much more information, and there's so much more he could give you, and you want to kill him. It's so ridiculous. But I do like how in the end he, I guess, somewhat proved himself to her by leading the saviors away. I did like that. And I don't know, if they keep going down this road with Tara, I'm going to be done with her character by the end of this season. And I really hope they get her with one of those mucked up weapons or whatever you call them. I really hope she dies by one of those things, because I'm just sick and tired of her character. Let me know what you think of Tara in the comment section down below. Next, let's talk about Gabriel and Dr. Carson, because this is something I'm iffy about, because I do like what they did with their characters this episode, but then again, I didn't, because I like how we got Gabriel and Dr. Carson and their compelling beliefs, if you will, because I like how you got Dr. Carson, who's a doctor, a man of science, and then you got Gabriel, who's, religious, and I like how they had those compelling differences in beliefs, and you got the science person, and then you got the person that believes in God. I really like how they had that. I did like that. And then I like how you got Gabriel, his condition's worsening. The doctor is telling him you need to rest, and he's telling him he trusts God that he'll find a way to help Carson, and he'll survive this and get better. I did like that, and I did like how, Carson, is going back and forth, and I did like how you got Gabriel's condition worsening. He can't see now, and it definitely was interesting this episode. And then they decide to go off, and they end up finding this, I think it was like, what, a Radio Shack or whatever, some kind of like, not like the store Radio Shack, but I mean like a place where, people talk on the radio, stuff like that. I really like that. And one of the things I did like too about this place they ended up in is the how Gabriel ended up finding the medicine. Now, I know a lot of people are saying that it's a little too convenient, but if you think about it, you never know what you can find in this world. Like Glenn used to say, you always look in the places you never expect, and you'll find something. And I really like that, because you think about it, you're on the road, you just happen to come upon this place, and think about it, these things could probably happen to someone in real life. Like, you're just at the end, you're like, you're hungry, you're thirsty, you're needing medicine, and all of a sudden I just come upon this place just to rest up, and some kind of miracle happens, and you find these medicine. I did like that. The part that went a little over the top, though, was when he found the keys to a car and a map. That just seemed a little bit too convenient for me. But I don't know, it might just be me nitpicking, but let me know what you think. Did you think that the keys and the map were just a little too convenient? I don't know, it just felt like that. But then after that, you had the two of them leave and they head out to get in the car, and you have Dr. Carson get his leg trapped in that bear trap. I like that. Again, a thing that just kind of felt a little weird to me was that Gabriel was not being able to see, was able to shoot that walker. I guess you could say like he had faith in God and God helped him. I don't know. That seems a little iffy for me. I feel like yes, he could have shot the walker. I mean, he did have his eyes open. It's not like he closed his eyes, but still, it just, I don't know. It seemed a little tad iffy for me. But then you got them and the Saviors show up and they capture them again. And again, this is a part where it gets a little iffy for me with the stories, because you have the two of them, and at this point, Dr. Carson, I guess, somewhat believes in God in a way, and he decides to trust him that the two of them will be safe, and he tries to attack a savior but ends up getting killed himself. And that is the part that annoyed me. That was the biggest gripe I have with this episode, is that Dr. Carson was killed. Because it's like, one, you had this whole episode devoted to Father Gabriel and him getting this development and getting this connection, only for him to get killed. I somewhat feel like I had to do something with the background. Maybe the actor had to leave or something, but it just felt so ridiculous and so out of nowhere that they killed the doctor. I mean, doctors are like rare in this world. You need doctors. You can't just go around and killing them. It's like every time they introduce a new doctor or something, one gets killed off. I mean, we got Sadiq and now Dr. Carson is dead. It's like, really? You need as many doctors as you want. You don't want to kill each one off. It's so ridiculous and just, I don't know. I feel like each episode so far, in this back half, there's one thing that really annoys me in it, and it's just starting to frustrate me. And I feel like these episodes lately have been bottle episodes. They push the story a little tad bit further, but mostly they're just there to fill up the episode because they feel like they don't have enough faith that they can drag it out enough to make it a whole season of All Out War. And you got these episodes, and it just frustrates me. But let me know what you think of Dr. Carson's death in the comment section down below, because I was really annoyed about it, because it's like so ridiculous, a waste of time to build up his character this episode, so ridiculous to kill off another doctor. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Then we got Maggie and the Hilltop, and I really like what they did with this story about how she's become just a tad bit more dark, and she's cutting off the rations to the POWs. I really like that story. And then you got them trying to bargain for a little bit more free time. I feel like that might end up backfiring on them, though. And one of them might end up doing something like that Jared guy. But I really like that. I really like how she ends up bargaining with them and lets them come out. I really like that. And then I really like at the end where they all come together at the Hilltop and they have this big group meeting again. Again, though, like I said with the Carl and Sadiq thing in episode 9, I really hated how they just had the montage of music as they all entered. I really wish they had them all talk and kind of meeting there. I feel like that would have been so much more. The montage just kind of took me at the moment for, I guess. And it just, I don't know, just felt a little bit too convenient. And I just wish they had just talked instead of having that music playing. Because it just felt like there was something missing there. Like, they could have had the music, but at least have, like, Maggie, Carol, Enid, and them talking to Daryl and the rest of them. And I did like how you have Maggie comforting Enid. And I really like how they're kind of moving that bond more and more together. I really like that. And then I really like at the end how they have that montage of Maggie looking out as everybody, the Hilltop, the Kingdom, and Alexandria are all working together. I really like that scene. And then you got Rick, and they all yelled at Rick's coming. That kind of just felt a little weird. I just kind of wish we would have seen Rick arriving at the gates, and then they yelled that. Like, having him arrive off screen just kind of felt a little weird and out of place in a way to me. I don't know. Maybe it was okay for you, but I don't know. It just felt a little out of place. Like, we should have seen Rick coming. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. And then we got the Morgan and Henry stuff, and I really like how Morgan lied to him, because you got this impressionable kid, and he's looking at all his POWs, and yes, you got Jared there that is actually responsible for killing Ben, but you don't want this impressionable kid kind of like running around. He might like imagine he gets a gun and he goes all nuts. Like he could turn like Carl did, and it's dangerous. And I like how they had Morgan lie to him and say that he got the guy that killed his brother. I really like that. And I wonder if Henry becoming a little bit more darker is like one of the things that's gonna push Morgan to leave. And I think that might be something they might do and have that be the reason he goes to fear. I really hope it's something like that, not something like last minute where it's out of nowhere that he just decides he can't take it anymore and leaves. I really hope it's something like he's scared of Henry becoming more dark and doesn't want to be there if that's what's happening. And no, I do not believe Henry's going to take on Comic Carl's role. I really hate that idea. But let me know what you think of this kind of scene where Morgan lies to Henry in the comment section down below. Then you got the Eugene stuff. Now, this is really starting to annoy me because I was really pushing for that Eugene was just acting the role and was just being a savior just to survive. But now he's just really annoying me. I mean, he's got his new outpost, and that's pretty cool. I like that. And then you got him, and I really hated the scene where he's just like being a jerk to Frankie and treating her like she's garbage. Like, that just really annoyed me. Like, that just really, like, pissed me off so much that he did that to Frankie. Like, come on, be a stand-up guy for a minute. Like, don't be a jerk. That really annoyed me. And then you got Negan returning with Father Gabriel. I really like that. And then you have Eugene worried that Father Gabriel either sold them out or is gonna sell them out. And I really like that, how Gabriel covers up for him. And again, no, I just kind of wish he just didn't and just lied and said that Eugene helped them escape. That would have been a lot better, in my opinion. But then we got the two of them talking, and I really like how you got these two people back together. And I feel like they had it where Father Gabriel believed that his mission throughout the season was to get Carson to Hilltop, but I'm wondering now, because he keeps returning back to Eugene, he keeps having these conversations with Eugene. I wonder if it's going to be where his true mission is to maybe turn Eugene back to the good side and make him see what he's doing is wrong and maybe bring him back to the good side again. I wonder if that's something they're doing. And I wonder if with Eugene in this bullet factory, I wonder if they're going to do a remix of it where they have Rick and the militia come in and capture the Eugene and the Saviors there and do it like a remix. If you know, in the comics, Eugene was actually captured by the Saviors. I wonder if they'll remix it though this time and do it where Rick captures him. But I'm really excited to see what they do with Eugene and Father Gabriel. I really hope they do something where Father Gabriel helps redeem Eugene. At this point, although I feel like Eugene's, at this point, he could be unredeemable at this point. He just really annoys me at this point. And then we finish this episode out with Negan standing in front of the Saviors, and he's talking about how Eugene gave him the idea about the guts. And he has this walker, and he kind of cuts it open, and he starts getting Lucille all covered in these guts. And I really like that, and I like how it's the beginning of the whole using the weapons of the guts on them trick. I really like that. I really am excited to see what ends up happening with them when they finally attack the Hilltop. Yeah, guys, that's my review of The Walking Dead episode 11, Dead or Alive. Or, I'm sorry this review went up late. I've been way busy and just haven't gotten time to get to it. I'm just really sorry. If you like this video, give me a big thumbs up and share this video. And leave me any kind of comments or your thoughts on this video in the comment section down below. This has been Vision here with Blind Entertainment, and I will see you next time.